when it is young. Which direction you're going to mold, to force, to shape the plant, it will go according to the direction, because it is still young. Once it gets a little bit older, you try to move it a little bit, it will crack. Which is why, what are we building here? What are we here for? If people are thinking that we're here on top of a mountain for a social event, just to get together, to feel good, social activities, just to have a club, just to have people, coming up here having a life, then this is you have a wrong idea. This is the wrong place for that. It's not to say we don't have social activities. We are filled with social activities. You're going to get very tired from it too. What are we here for? We are here following a sheikh. We are here because we are running away from the confusion of the Akhir Zaman. To come on top of the mountain following the advice of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. To move away from those dirty areas, to come up to the country, to come up to the city, from the city to come up to the mountain where the air is clean, not to bring our dirtiness here, to leave our dirtiness outside, and to come to try to live simple lifestyle to worship our Lord. To know ourselves and to know our Lord and to worship Him. This is our intention. Yes, you may see some people are coming, more people are coming, more people are coming. But don't think because more people are going to come, we're going to say, it's okay. Live as you like. You come from where? New Jersey? You coming here? You want to bring your New Jersey lifestyle? It's okay. You come from where? Long Island? It's okay. You come from where? Virginia? It's okay. You come from where? California? It's okay. It is not okay. If you want that kind of lifestyle, stay where you are. But if you want a lifestyle that is pleasing to Allah and His Prophet, ﷺ, that the awliya Allah, they love you for that you're going to find peace in your heart because you live a simple, clean lifestyle, that you're going to live with nature, you're going to understand, yes, with nature, there are more laws in nature than there is in the life of a man. That you think, I can be wild and free as an animal. The animals, they have more law in there, up in the mountains than over here. The animals, they know, I cannot enter into this area. This one is in charge of this area. I have to be awake. I cannot be sleeping because something is going to come and get me. I cannot raise my voice. So many things you cannot. So it is not free. We are not free. We are prisoner between two breaths. If Allah does not give us permission, we cannot inhale. If Allah does not give permission, we cannot exhale. We are living in the end of times, in the Akhir Zaman. You need to have more evidence, to have more proof that this whole world is going down and going down and going down every single day. That there is more tyranny and oppression, that there is more cruelty, that there is darkness. From 7 years old to 70 years old. Do we need more evidence, more proof of that? And you don't have to be a Muslim to understand this. You don't have to be a believer to understand this world is messed up. Because people that their hearts are working, they may not be Muslim, but their hearts are working. They believe. And they say, we want to escape from all of that nonsense. And want to live a simple life. The life that our ancestors had lived for thousands of years. That only in this past 150 years of complete tyranny, that everything we turn upside down, we have done more damage to this world in the past 100 years than we have done in 7,000 years. All because of what? All because of the nafs. All because of the ego. Why is the ego free in these days? Because like the khutbah is saying, even if you're a handful, come and collect yourself under one. The Muslims are not a handful. In the old days, you were a handful, And with the Holy Prophet ﷺ, they found victory everywhere. From that time, 100 years, 500 years, 1,000 years, 1,300 years, the Muslims got bigger and bigger. And every land that Islam touched, it brought them to higher civilization. Dunya and Akhirat, to Muslim and non-Muslim. No Muslim came to another country just to milk them, to take their resources and put them into a Muslim country. They brought light, they brought knowledge, they brought Islam, they brought manners, they brought understanding. But when the Muslims themselves, ourselves, we say, we don't want to come under one. We want to be free. I want to decide for myself. Why I have to listen to one man speaking? Why I have to listen to him? I know how to speak too. Why I have to listen to him speak? I know how to read. And once the Muslims have this understanding, from individuals to groups to nations, no longer they are one Jamaat, no longer they're one Ummat. Then they say, why I have to listen to this? And once the enemies of Islam feeding the egos of the Muslims and the shaitans with nationalism. What is nationalism? It's tribalism. The Prophet says, there's no nationalism, there's no tribalism. There is one body, there is one ummat. We are all brothers and sisters. Once they put that tribalism, which the Prophet forbid, then everything is going to crack open now. Now it's no longer Muslims. It's about Bosnians. It's no longer Muslims. It's about Pakistanis versus Bengalis. It's no longer just Muslims. It's suddenly become Iranians against the Iraqis. Every country, Muslim country, that says we don't want one. We don't want one that is representing the Prophet. We don't want one that is representing the Khalifa. We want to be independent and free to choose our life as we like, going against the word of Allah and His Prophet for 1,300 years. Allah is saying, you don't want to be ruled under my law, you're going to be ruled under the laws of the Kafirs. This is exactly what happened. Especially those countries, and I'm speaking openly, especially those countries that are not understanding and they are tricked and they are fooled and they start to reject the Khilafat. You come from Bosnia, correct? You understand what happened there. You didn't want the Khalifa. Did something better happen? No. Something worse happened. Always, if you are rejecting Allah and His law, which is a protection, worse is going to happen, not better. You think something better happened in India? That they split? You think something better happened in India when it split, it became 3 nations? What happened? The Muslims suddenly they enter into a golden age in Pakistan or in Bangalistan? No. They started fighting. Who? Each other. The Muslims start to eat each other. So now once you enter into that poison of nationalism, of tribalism, of saying it's me, it's not us, it's me, then you start eating each other. The enemy doesn't have to do anything. They can just sit and watch you finish each other. Because it's nationalism, tribalism, is teaching you what? Is teaching you Allah and His Prophet? No. Tribalism is saying, it is me. What do I want? Because if you know what Allah wants, you're going to have a Khalifa. You say, it's me, it's what I want. What do you want? I want this world to live as I like. Okay. In order to do that, to excel in the world, because every country that came out of the Khilafat, of the empire, also say that what? The empire kept us back, correct? From being modern. He kept us back so many. Now we have to move forward like the Europe. Subhanallah. Every Muslim country moved so much forward. 100 years passed. Although we have the best resources, we have education, we have numbers, but we sink lower and lower and lower. In the first Jahiliyyah, when the word Arab is mentioned, nobody cares. They say these ones, they're just low life. And the second Jahiliyyah, same thing is happening. And worse than that, The second Jahiliyyah, if you're a Muslim, they say immediately, you're an evil one, you're a terrorist, you're this and you're that. Was it always like this? It wasn't. There was a time when that gave honor to us. There was a time when they had fear in their hearts when they say, these are Muslims, these are Ottomans. There was a time, not one time, for hundreds of years. For 1,300 years, the Muslims were high. We had honor. Why is that? Because we had manners. Because we hold Allah and His Prophet high. We're not looking to our nafs, to our ego. Individually or collectively, we're not. But once the weakness started to enter and betrayal starts to happen, everything starts to fall. And now, we are remembering the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and he says, big catastrophe is going to happen in the Akhir Zaman to my ummah. And the Sahabi said, is it because they are small in numbers, Ya Rasulullah? He says, no, they're going to be huge. And they're still going to be in a very bad position? Yes. Is it because they don't have resources, Ya Rasulullah? He says, no, they're going to have everything. They asked for the reason, and the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, because they have fallen in love with the world. Hubub dunya. And they start to hate death. And because of that, the enemies are going to come grabbing what they own, like wolves grabbing your food and everything at your dinner table. Isn't this what is happening? These words are for individuals, they're for leaders, they're for organizations, they're for imams, they're for sheikhs, they're for everyone. Because when there was Islam, there was civilization. We had dunya, yes, we did. And we also had manners, and there was humanity. Once we started to leave that, Muslims themselves become the most barbaric ones, become the most ignorant ones, become, with so much knowledge, they become ignorant. With so much learning, they become arrogant. With so much knowing so many things, they become stubborn. Then when someone is trying to teach them something, show something they don't know, they become stubborn and they become arrogant, they become jealous, and they say, who are you? Why are you so special? So you have now the 4 characteristics of shaitan. That time, even if you own the whole world, you're still going to be slaves to the enemies of Allah. We should take lesson, inshallah. We're asking Allah to send us a help, to send us a heavenly support, someone from the heavens to come to fix this mess that we have made to ourselves, to fix this mess not only in the Muslims but in the whole world. That this mess cannot be fixed until He has sent that heavenly one, Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam. No group, no government, no company, no money, no arms, nothing can change the mess that we are in now until Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam, a descendant of the Prophet alayhi salam, comes. We are here not to fight with no one. We're here pulling ourselves back to prepare ourselves, to keep ourselves clean for that day when He appears. May Allah forgive us and open our way to understand this. So we're starting a community. We have to start, when you first start a building, don't talk about what color we're going to paint the rooms. Don't talk about what kind of curtains we're going to make. When you're going to make a building, what do you need to do first? So many construction people here. What do you need to do first? Huh? What is dig what? Huh? Foundation. What happens if you don't dig the foundation? You put the posts, you put nice walls, you put nice roof, nice ceiling, that's everything. You don't have a good foundation, it will fall. It will be destroyed. Don't worry about all the other stuff, all the other details. Now we have to dig the foundation. That's why we are concentrating on this. And this foundation, the whole world doesn't have the foundation. Do you understand? We're digging the foundation now. All the other stuff, the decorations and everything, so easy. It's going to come 1, 2, 3 quickly. The foundation of Islam, it is manners. It is adab. You don't have adab, you don't have Islam. This is what we're learning here. This goes to me. This goes to you. It goes to everyone who is saying we want to be part of this community. If you don't want to be part of this community, you don't have to listen. You don't have to do nothing. Live as you like. But this community, we are trying to be sincere, because in this community, every single one of us, we are representing our Shaykh, who is representing his grand Shaykh, who is representing the Prophet. So when we go out, we are representing Islam. We have a responsibility. This should be the attitude of every Muslim. But unfortunately, Muslims don't care anymore. They don't care. They say religion? That's it. Pray 5 times a day if you can. That's Islam. Oh, read Quran, alif bata. That's it. That is Islam. That is Islam. Islam is manners. So this community is concentrating on that. Otherwise, America is huge. You can live any way that you want. You don't have to be here. But if you're here, there are certain things that you are going to win for yourself if you do this. You're not going to lose. You're going to find that things start to make sense. You're going to find that you'll be able to carry this world. It's not going to give you that same kind of stress anymore. You're going to stress, but you're going to stress because of Allah. There's not stress, that's worrying, and that's zikr. And that's love. When you love someone, you're just going to be worried how that one is going to feel, isn't it? You're careful to say, you're careful with everything, because you don't want that one to be upset. That's how a believer should be with his Lord. Inshallah, one day we will reach to that station. May Allah forgive me and bless you for the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, our grand Shaykh and Sahibul Saif. Al-Fatiha. Amin.